Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Ground and Pound Podcast Dog of the Week video. And as always, this video is designed to give you my favorite betting underdog on the entire card. UFC Fight Night, Dolidze taking on Hernandez in the main event. And as always, if you're enjoying the content here on the Ground and Pound Podcast, hit that like and subscribe button as we dive into who is going to be the dog of the week.
He's the biggest man I've ever seen. I wouldn't want to fight him.
By unanimous decision,
That's right, people. Roman Dolidze here for the dog of the week, sitting at plus 250. And if you enjoyed that highlight reel tape that I put together, hit that like and subscribe button as we break down this matchup in the main event of UFC Fight Night. Dolidze taking on Hernandez. And we're going to talk a little bit about the keys to victory. But before we do, we got a little bit of background here on this fight. And I think a lot of people are very high on Fluffy Hernandez, obviously with that wrestling heavy style. And I do think that they're underestimating Dolidze's ability to grapple in this matchup, and I think it's kind of crazy that we're getting such plus money here on a guy like Roman Dolidze, who has power in the hands. He's very tough. He can go 5 rounds. The guy's got fantastic world level grappling, and we're getting pretty much 2.5 to 1 here on our money. I like the side here. If you want to take him plus 5.5, I don't blame you here as another little side bet. We might talk about that in the best bets video later on in the week, but the whole premise here of dog of the week is attacking that plus money for Roman Dolidze to win the fight outright. And with the keys to victory, I'm going to explain how he does that here. And the first key to victory is going to be don't overextend on your shots. The thing with Roman Dolidze, he's done a fantastic job in previous fights here of being able to stay technical. He's talked about how angry he can be inside the cage, how he's been able to harness that and use that inside the octagon. And I think he needs to make sure he does that here. Staying technical against a guy that's going to look to take him down is going to be all that it takes in order to get the victory here. If he can not overextend, throw simple shots, throw the jab, throw the low kick. Don't overextend on your kicks. Don't throw anything spinning. That'll open up the ability for him to be able to strike. I think that'll panic Fluffy a little bit on the feet. Fluffy Hernandez, not necessarily known for his striking, pretty much known for his wrestling. I think it's going to help aid defending the takedowns here if he just keeps this one composed and doesn't overextend on his shots. The second key to victory here is to stay off the fence. You've seen in previous Fluffy Hernandez fights that he does a good job of backing people up against the fence, using the fence to take down his opponents. He can take people down at range, but just being able to keep this fight out at range is going to make it a little bit easier for Dolidze to defend the takedowns. If he stays off the fence and doesn't get backed up, that's going to be a good way for him to win this fight. And for the third key to victory, we're going to talk forward pressure. Dolidze does a good job, and you saw it in the Marvin Vettori fight, of putting Marvin on the back foot with forward pressure, attacking the low kick, backing his opponent up. And that's really difficult for wrestlers to be able to get the wrestling going if he can just back his opponent up. And the thing with Fluffy Hernandez, we've not seen anybody being able to back him up. And when we have, we've seen him get hurt to the body. Like when he fought against Kevin Holland, Kevin was able to back him up with the striking and land a shot to the body, which ultimately finished Fluffy. Now, don't get me wrong. We know Roman Dolidze has the striking. We know that he has good grappling. But I think this fight really just comes down to his ability to keep this one standing. I think he hits harder in this matchup here against a guy like Fluffy Hernandez. And I do think that Dolidze has done a fantastic job of pacing himself throughout 5-round fights as well. And I think as well that he does a fantastic job of going for submissions in order to create scrambles here to, use it to get back to his feet. I think he has all the skills here to be able to beat a guy like Fluffy Hernandez and stop this win streak that he's been on. And I just think that Roman Dolidze here is a little bit more of an aggressive striker. I think he carries more power. And I think that people are really underestimating the world level grappling that Dolidze has. Great knee bars, he'll roll for a leg to create a scramble. He won't necessarily sit on bottom here. He'll be active to get back to his feet. And I think that when it comes down to the striking, he can touch the body of Fluffy Hernandez with those kicks. I think that he can, really just use one shot at a time. I'm not a big fan of the overextending of combinations that some fighters do, where they'll throw 3-4 shots. Dolidze does a good job of really just throwing one big shot at a time, winning points on the judges' scorecards, winning rounds with those big impactful shots. And if he can stuff the takedowns, I think that's everything that he's going to need here to beat a guy like Fluffy Hernandez. And if you're enjoying the content here on the Ground and Pound podcast, hit that like and subscribe button. Roman Dolidze, Dog of the Week, and we'll catch you in the next one. Peace.